When I was in 2016, I myself suffered lymphoma, that is cancer of the lymph nodes. I have been in this healthcare industry, the laboratory industry, and I've met a lot of people with health problems, health issues, and who comes and go. Go means they pass away during my lifetime, and I see them suffer illnesses, all kinds of things. That actually triggered me to do something about myself, also my own health. Even though I'm in this line for 40 years, I should be more aware of my own health in that sense. But then things don't come that easy in a way. When it comes to illnesses on our own personal life, we overlook a lot of things. So when I was in 2016, I myself suffered lymphoma, that is cancer of the lymph nodes. When I discovered that it was already stage 3 lymphoma, considered quite late, but then again, once I know that this cancer thing, we should act on it very fast. So I quickly go and consulted doctors and all that. I done my chemo and all that, and I tried to change my lifestyle after the treatment and all that. But when things normal again, meaning that I survived the chemo for another 3 years, it was quite unfortunate that by 2020, my cancer relapsed. That is the time when I was wondering, how long am I going to live after this? Whether I can survive my treatment this time. That is the time more red lights flashing in my mind. That is the time when I was wondering, how long am I going to live after this? Whether I can survive my treatment this time. But of course, nowadays, medical treatment advancement technologies are very advanced. So I went through treatments again, stem cell transplant, all that kind of thing. And I survived until now. Since 2020, I survived again. Last year, I came to know about this DNA test. So I thought, should I do? Should I not do? Since I've already suffered the worst illness that anybody can have, like it's a big C. Everybody, if you got a big C, you were like, I'll give it a go for doing the DNA test, because I was thinking of my next generation. What if if it is genetic? My big concern is actually my children, that they can do their prevention in their lifetime, not to have any inherited diseases to develop faster, or maybe they can delay, or maybe they can prevent it. That's why, not knowing much about DNA tests, I went ahead and do it. Oh my goodness, I have suffered that during my 20s, my 30s. I suffered it, but I overcame it because after a month, my result came back. That is the exciting part, to see how actually my DNA report's going to show my life, my blueprint sort of, because DNA is indeed our self-made up. It's a blueprint of me, and it is a unique piece of report. Only me have this kind of report. So when I look through my result, I honestly say that it gives me goosebumps through, and it's so accurate that I almost like, oh my goodness, my past is just flipping through in this book. Can you imagine? I've seen this. Oh my goodness, I have suffered that during my 20s, my 30s. I suffered it, but I overcame it because of the treatment that I had taken. You have to take medication for months sometimes. For example, hypothyroidism. It shows in the report that I have high tendency, elevated risk of having this hypothyroidism because it's in my DNA. I can't prevent it to happen, but I can actually prevent it. Actually, if I knew that I have this tendency, right? Because previously I don't know that I have this gene. So I thought, oh my goodness, if I have the knowledge that I have this tendency, I could have done differently in my life. I could have taken more supplementation to boost my thyroid to prevent it from become hypo. Because at that time when I had it, I didn't know what struck me, because it's a hypothyroidism. I feel what's wrong with me. So if I knew that, I could prevent it from happening by taking something. This is the example of what I'm saying, that it shows in my report. So if I can delay that or totally delay it, it would be so nice. I don't have to go through 2 times of chemo and then hospitalization. Other things like, of course, my cancer. Earlier on, I said that I suffered lymphoma. And in the report, it says that I have a tendency of lymphoma also. If I knew it, I could have done something to boost my immune system, exercise more, prevent it from totally striking me at my age about 10 years ago. Because DNA, it stays there. It doesn't mean that it will happen definitely, but then to me, it happened in my lifetime. It shows what I'm allergic to, and I'm really allergic to grass. So every time I do gardening, my legs will be like scratching and all that. Oh yeah, I said, if I knew, I would have, I need a lot of vitamin C, which I don't take enough. In the report also shows that I need a lot of vitamin C and I need phosphorus. In the report, it shows what are the foods that are rich in vitamin C, rich in phosphorus. That if I knew, I would have concentrated on that. All these are all related to my illness. I suppose that I end up with my lymphoma earlier in my life. Like I was 55 when my lymphoma struck me. So if I can delay that or totally delay it, it would be so nice. I don't have to go through 2 times of chemo and then hospitalization and all that kind of thing. Thank God I survived. So what the report said about me, I want to live to see my grandchildren growing up. Why not? Isn't it? Even though I have cancer, but I can survive. course, my personality also in the report that is very fantastic. A lot of things, there are thousands and thousands reports in that whole lot of DNA tests. Well, it matched my personality. I won't tell you what my personality, but it matched. There are other cancer that is I'm at risk at. Like for example, it says liver cancer. It says in the report I have elevated risk of liver cancer. So now I don't have liver cancer. My liver is perfect, but I can prevent it from happening. Not only that, a few things that I need to watch out. Even cardiovascular, even the heart. It says that I also have a high tendency of this kind of illness towards it. So after I got my report, I need to hopefully prolong my life. By what? By preventing what I have not experienced that is in my report. Of course, not 100% it will happen, but then I can prevent it. If it's going to happen, then at least I delay it. I mean, I'm not 63 years old. I want to live to see my grandchildren growing up. Why not? Isn't it? Even though I have cancer, but I can survive. If I can, through this report, I can prolong my life to see the future of my children, their children. Why not? We all want to see from that DNA reports. 50-50, half from father, half from mother. So whatever I have, you may have also. So I need them to know. Them to understand why it is important to know also your own blueprint, because everybody is different. You may have what I have because I pass it down to you. You may have what your father has because 50-50, half from father, half from mother. So whatever I have, you may have also. So I need them to know so that in their life they can prevent earlier whatever is in their gene from happening or from manifesting. So that is my concern now, my own future life and my children's next generation health and their life. That is my, honestly, my sincere, really heartfelt. That is why I need to share it with everybody who is like me. As a parent, are very concerned of their children's health also. But their children may not be so concerned of their parents' health. But it is my job, it is as a parent's job to make sure that they understand about this also. Because they are in their 30s, they may not have time to understand their life now is all struggling. I do all this to keep me healthier. Because previously, I don't have this book to tell me that I do have risk. Now after I got my book, I'm not an exercise person before, so even before my cancer. Now I see that I need to do a lot of healthy living, so I exercise. I cycle bicycling in the country road in Cebu. You know, we have country road in Cebu where no traffic, not so much traffic in the kampong like that. I cycle with a group of friends, do aerobics. Some days no cycling, I do aerobics, then pick up my hobby. You know, it all create a very balanced lifestyle, and you eat well, you don't drink, you don't smoke. That is the diet-wise, you eat properly, and then all this will keep me more healthy for a longer time. That is why I make sure that I do all this to keep me healthier, because previously I don't have this book to tell me that I do have this type of risk. I don't see, I forget. So now I have, like, it's there. So we as parents, we are responsible for our own health, our own life, our own well-being. There are illnesses which some of the illnesses are not curable, long-term kind of treatment. Just to wrap up a bit of my personal experience with this DNA testing. So mainly doing this is for my personal and my family's benefits in actually improving our own health and also prevention of any illnesses that is inherited through our DNA. So if I can do that for my family, I'm sure if I can be influenced to all other families, I would very much like to do that too, because I think nowadays so many illnesses are happening which can be prevented, and when it happens, some families have to spend so much money. If they don't have health insurance, of course they have to spend out of their own pocket to treat their illnesses, which some of the illnesses are not curable, long-term kind of treatment, and then probably a lot of people don't have any insurance covered before. They may have to spend a lot of their own savings. So that is of course avoidable if we know our own health risk in the first place as early as possible. So I feel that why I want to do this sharing is also I want to share out to all our people out there, what parents like me who are cancer survivor like me, to be able to do something about our life, our family, and then also something about our friends' health also to share with them. I feel this is as much as I can do. I'll just share my life story for you.